Are the Greys overlords of Earth trying to take over the Earth in a nefarious way?
There is a history of this being true, but it was long ago. And it was exactly how Marcus depicted. They were in a slavery position, and it was on the other side in what is somewhere near Siberia at this time, and it was a long time ago. For the most part, the Greys on your planet are very helpful. There are very few that you will find that
Right.
are in a great position of power. There are maybe almost null in Earth. They are not in any power and more likely to be slavery if they are negative. And most that you light workers are contacting are a helpful race like the blue avians and the other Kier that you call avians.
Okay, that makes sense. I have a like maybe related, maybe not related question. Is there something we need to know about Antarctica?
Yes, there's much about Antarctica. There are accessible portals in Antarctica, and that is one of the reasons they are closely guarded. And there are portals to the moon on Antarctica. Yes, it's true. There are a faction of Nazis who have been in Antarctica or through Antarctica to the moon from long ago. They are still affecting the area, and there is too much disclosure there. For there is also the ice wall, which is a disclosure in itself.
How so?
Because it separates the Earth that you know from the Earth that you don't know.
What? Okay. So are there a lot of, is like the US government and other world governments, are they present there?
The US government receives a lot of negative feelings for its overlord, is the only word I can find in this brain, effects. However, it is also a slave to who really runs the planet, who really runs the corporations. Yes. So it is not quite the US government. The US government does what it is told to do by the beings who control all corporations, and that is how they control the world. They are your overlords, and they are draconians, reptilians, and others that you don't know. For it is true, it's not just one race.
Okay. So there's this concept of like, there's no time in spirit. And a lot of people will say, like, you know, that the earth has already ascended, the light has already won, and there's really the only thing we need to do is plug into that.
Yes, that's a duality of understanding. There has always been a fifth dimensional Earth, and that is where you find elementals and other ascended beings on Earth and different planes of existence, inner Earth, middle Earth, Fey Earth, Gaia Earth. That is always there, overlaid this one, and you may plug into it when you understand how as a light worker. Yes, and you can plug into higher dimensions as well.
Right. It's not just the 5D, it's and beyond, of course.
Yes. And because there is no time, there's the future Earth as well, future versions of humans and future Earth.
Okay, that's very helpful. What is the best way to discern a lower vibrational being from a higher vibrational being? Like if you're channeling or if you're listening to someone channeling?
This all falls to discernment. Lower vibrational beings will leave you in fear, and perhaps you will have physical symptoms such as headache or pain in a chakra or other feelings in the body that don't feel right. And a higher vibrational being will bring presence and higher vibrational feelings. Many of you who may have latent trans-channel abilities often feel the presence of a high vibrational being who is being channeled. Perhaps you feel a tingling or a feeling when you watch those who bring in a high vibration, and that is because you as well can do this work, or you have refined your discernment. And so you may have your own tell.
Okay. Is there a lower vibrational language being transmitted as light language?
Oh, yes. There are many. You must be very careful.
Yeah.
And there is much in music, popular music. Yes. Not just words that you hear that you know, but light language as well. Yes. It's not light language. It is a dark language.
Okay. I had another question before we wrap up. When you were talking about the difference between like a channel being clear or positive and not, and you were saying, you know, they might feel this and that in their bodies, how can they determine whether there's, you know, sometimes there's a detoxification process, a release of things that come forward after you get like blasted with light? What's the difference? How can you tell the difference?
Whether is the question whether you
like, how do you tell the difference between I had a really powerful session, I received a lot of light, and so my body is purging lower frequency things and I'm detoxing, versus it was not a clear channel and now I'm experiencing those lower frequencies within me?
You will feel your vibration go low. The difference is if it is something that was not positive, you will feel low, you will feel worse, and it is not just a detox. It is a constant feeling that you can't crawl out of.
Yeah. It
In a
doesn't
positive session
go
with
away.
detox, you feel relief, you feel
Mhm.
release. The good feeling would be that it would be similar to how you might feel when you break a fever and you have the sweats and you feel like you're coming through it.